3 signs manifestation is on its way. Guys, in this video, I want to give you 3 of the signs that if you are noticing these signs, it means your manifestation is well on its way and to stay the course. Now, if you are not noticing these signs, these are things, I'm going to give you things that are going to help you to start experiencing these signs more often. And if you are experiencing one or even more or even all of them, then keep going with what you're doing, because very soon, what it is you've been wanting to manifest, what it is that you've been aligning with is about to start appearing in physical reality. So that's coming up next. Hi there, my name is Dave, and this is HeartSpace if you're new to the channel, where we are releasing videos almost every single day to help you live life more in your way. And for me, that means living a life that is full of fulfillment based on how you define that, full of love, full of your passion, just living a life that you enjoy living. So if you want more videos that are going to help you to do that, then hit that subscribe button and that bell icon so you don't miss any of the content that we release. Now, in this video, I want to go over 3 signs that your manifestation is on its way. And these are 3 very powerful signs. Now, if you are not displaying these signs, it's okay. I am going to give you some things that are going to help you move more into an alignment that will allow for these signs to show up and ultimately your manifestation as well. Now, one thing I want you to do is when any of the signs resonate with you, I want you to hit that like button and to let me know in the comments which signs do resonate with you. So after you go through this video, make sure you let me know, you confirm that they resonate with you by putting it down in the comments and letting me know, yeah, Dave, 3 and number 1 resonate with me, or all 3 of them did, or number 1 did. Even if they don't, you can put down in the comments what you're going to do that I go over to help you move more in alignment with the things that are going to help you to experience these signs. So let's get into the first one. We're actually going to go in reverse order like we normally do, starting with number 3. And number 3 is you are continually doing the right work and you haven't lost faith. Now, it's very important, that last part of what I just said, you haven't lost faith. You see, a lot of people believe that faith has to be in a way like given evidence for. So like, I will believe in this when, but that goes against the whole definition of faith. That goes against the whole intuitive impulse you would feel towards something you know to be true. And so, yes, you need to do work that is aligned to what your intuition is leading you towards, right? You have to be doing the right work. Again, like you could be hustling and doing all this different stuff, but if you're hustling to climb a mountain that's the wrong mountain, then you're not going to get closer to the things you want to bring into your life, if that makes sense. You'll just be able to see the mountain you should have started climbing, but because you didn't follow your heart, because you didn't follow the signs, because you didn't follow your intuition, you're now on this mountain at the top of it that you never wanted to even start climbing in the first place. So you have to do the right stuff. And for me, the right stuff is a lot of what we talk about on this channel, is aligning yourself with good energy, is being in gratitude and appreciation and taking action from that place, being in love, feeling good right now, and then taking action. Remember, it's not just about the feeling. The feeling is a catalyst for the action, but you also want to make sure the action is coming from a catalyst of good emotion, because you can totally take action from a place of fear, but you're only ever going to get back the equivalent of that. You can take action from a place of pride, but you're only going to get the equivalent of that. But what if you take action from a place of love? Do you think you'll be led astray? No. And what are you going to get the equivalent of back in your life as far as your manifestations and everything else is concerned? Whatever is on the frequency of love, which I can tell you is really good things, right? Maybe that relationship that you want from a place of love. Maybe the amount of money that you want from a place of love. You know, doing it in a way that's ethical and in a way that just inspires you and a way that you're so passionate about. And so doing those right things over and over again, but also keeping the faith. Again, going back to what I said, a lot of people will say like, you know, I had faith in this thing, but then I wasn't getting the results and then I started to lose faith. If you're starting to lose faith, you never had faith. Faith is essentially believing in something without the so-called standard evidence that most people believe they need in order to believe in something. But that's not how belief works. That's not how faith works. It's not faith if 3 months after you start something, you start not believing in the thing. That means you never believed in it. You thought within those 3 months that you would get evidence of it. And so you're like, okay, I will say I believe in this. Again, you can't trick the universe. You're telling everyone you believe in it, but deep down in your heart, you don't really, you have doubts. And so 3 months goes by and maybe only a little shows up or whatever, and so you lose faith. Well, in actuality, you never had faith to begin with. You know, you either have faith or you don't. There's no like, I have 85% faith or I have like 95% faith. It's either you do or you do not, right? It's the same with love. You know, a lot of people, you know, love is such a buzzword now because it seems to mean so many different things. But in reality, you either are feeling love or you're not. The actual emotion of love. You can say you love this thing or that thing, but the actual connective feeling of love, the actual feeling of love is either something you're feeling or something that you're not. And so think of faith in that same way. It's either something that you do have towards something or something you do not. If you have 99% faith as you would put it towards something, you have no faith in it. Right? Because that 1% of doubt is going to stop your manifestation from coming in. Because you're not going to go all in on actually doing the right things needed in order to bring about your manifestation. And so it's so important not only to be doing those right things, you keep doing those right things consistently. And the thing is, when you have real faith, when you have true faith that the whole process, the universal process is a thing and it works, you will be doing the right action over and over and over and over again consistently, knowing that, you know what, it's coming. I know it's coming. It's only a matter of time. I just need to keep doing the right things. I need to keep myself in alignment with the thing that I want. And I know that eventually it'll come in. And so that is the first sign, but I should say the third sign. Let's get into number 2. So number 2 will a lot of times become a byproduct of number 3, because in number 3, you're doing the right things over and over again. But number 2 is one I want to go over because it is something you will experience, and it's also a reminder for those of you who may not be experiencing these things of one of the most important things that you can do. And number 2 is you are feeling good all of the time. Remember that the universe does not communicate in words. The universe does not communicate in thoughts. The universe does not communicate necessarily in actions. It communicates in energy. You are in the field, the energetic field that connects everything. And so when you resonate with something on a certain energy level, that's when it brings it closer to you. You know, it's no accident that when you start feeling more love, that more things come in your life, more love comes into your life. It's no accident when you start all the time feeling gratitude, more things come into your life to feel grateful for. And so the most important thing you can do is feel good now. So for those of you who are not experiencing this sign, the most important thing you can do is feel good now. Because again, you want to be taking the action from the catalyst of feeling good, not from a catalyst of feeling bad, unless it's a strategy just to get you out of a rut in order to get to those feel good feelings later. Right? You know, it's not enough just to sit here and feel good, although, you know, that can work, but you're not going to necessarily manifest things, but it's because you're going to have to take the action. But if you're feeling good, you're feeling love, and then from that love energy comes the intuitive download to go take some action, and then you go take that action, good things are going to happen, especially if you do that consistently, like we said in the third one. And so the second sign is you're feeling good all of the time. You're just like walking throughout the day with a smile on your face because you just feel so damn good. You're just like feeling love all of the time. And these so-called negative emotions that you may have once felt all the time just are not existent. They might pop up every now and then, but you look at them so much differently. Because for the most part, you're feeling compassion, you're feeling joy, you're feeling gratitude, you're feeling love. You know, you're feeling the emotions I'm feeling right now. You know, I feel amazing right now because I'm doing something that I love to do, right? I feel really, really, really good. And I do things like this throughout my day in order to keep myself in a feeling good place. And again, so for those of you who are struggling with this, you know, you add certain things into your day that you know help put you back in an energy of gratitude. Simply by doing a gratitude practice, or joy, or love, or playfulness, or the things you want more in your life. The more you shine the light on something, the more it will grow in your life. The more focus you put on something, the more it will grow in your life, the more it will show up. And so the more things you do from a place of love, the more things you do from a place of playfulness, which I mentioned because that's something I wanted more in my life, and I have every single day. You know, I'm playing so much with just by myself or with my girlfriend or when I'm out and about. Always joking around, always having fun, always laughing, smiling, because it's just, life is so much fun to me. But because I feel that energy and I deliberately go for that energy, I experience more of it in my life, because what you transmit, you will receive back. So feeling good now, and again, the universe speaks in energy. It speaks and communicates with you based on the energy you're giving it. Emotions are energy in motion, guys. So if you're feeling joy, that's energy in motion that you're communicating to the universe that you will receive back. And so the second sign is you are feeling good all of the time. I mean, the majority of the time. I mean, that's really when good things are going to start coming. That's really when stuff starts showing up in your life. That's really when the magic starts to happen. And again, do not get disheartened if you are currently not at the point where you're feeling good all the time. The idea is just to do your best and every single day try and feel as good as you can. Do practices. Like if you play the guitar and you feel like you're on top of the world when you play the guitar, play the guitar more. Prioritize that. If you play a certain sport and again, you're so in love with the sport and you just feel so good, do more of that. If you love going on nature walks and you feel so connected and so in your heart when you go on nature walks, when you're in nature, and that's a great one, by the way, for most people, then do that more often. You know, if you're feeling angry, if you're feeling frustrated or in fear, find a practice that you can do like that to connect to your heart and to these higher emotions that make you feel good. For example, I do a meditation called a heart and brain coherence meditation, connecting both from a place called HeartMath. I have a little sensor that will tell me when my heart and my mind are actually in sync, which is a great place to be in, which is when you're in these higher emotions, right? I can do that in 5 minutes. And so let's say after this video, something frustrates me or I get angry at something, I can just snap out of it by going, okay, nothing is more important than me taking a good feeling into the rest of what I do. I don't want to go and do the rest of my work or interact with my girlfriend or go out into the world from this place of anger and frustration because it will completely change how I show up. It will completely change the energy I give off. So I'm just going to do a quick 5-minute meditation to build the momentum in a different direction, in a way of love, in a way of gratitude or whatever else it is. And again, you can find the practice that works for you. I also do Wim Hof breathing to do that. Other meditation techniques, certain workout techniques, certain just like calm breathing, just breathing in for 5 seconds, breathing out for 5 seconds can do a world of good. But if you are feeling good most of the time, that is a massive sign that your manifestation is on its way, probably very, very close. Anyway, let's move on to the final one, number 1. So number 1 is massive because it's a huge stumbling block for a lot of people to get to this point. But once you get to this point, everything starts to fall into place. And it's you see yourself as having whatever it is that you're aiming to manifest as having it now. And I know you've heard this one before, but it's one a lot of people wrestle with and struggle with because they're like, well, I don't have it, so blah, blah, blah. But that's only a lack of awareness of the true fabric of reality. That's a lack of awareness of the quantum world, the field, where things do happen instantaneously and again, happen from a place of emotion. And so if you can feel the experience of having whatever it is that you want right now, if you can feel the experience of having it now, then you will, by law, have to experience it physically at some point. You see, there is a delay between the Newtonian physics and the quantum mechanics, quantum physics. You see, in quantum physics, things happen instantaneously. The moment that you align with it energetically, it is done. The problem is, again, people don't keep the faith, and so they align with something different. And the universe is going to eventually, there's a lag time between you feeling the experience or feeling as if it's happened right now and it appearing in physical reality. Energetically, it's happened. But what ends up happening is a lot of people will do it. They'll do the right thing. They'll align with what it is they want right now, energetically, feel the experience of it happening. But then when it doesn't happen instantaneously in the physical, they'll align with something else. They'll align with doubt. They'll align with the lack of that thing. And then they'll be in that way more often, which means you haven't given physical reality enough time to catch up with that energetic alignment that you had created. And so the important thing is to continually experience the emotions of the thing, the energy of the thing that you're wanting to bring into the physical reality, but understanding that it's already done. When you can have full faith that just by aligning with it energetically, that it's already done and it's just going to take a bit of time to show up in the physical, that you just need to go around and keep feeling good and keep taking the action from that place and it will show up in the physical. When you've done that, it will very quickly start to show up. Again, there's a delay between the quantum and the physical. There is a delay. And I think some people have called it, on average, like 6 to 8 week delay for the most part. I mean, and how many people do you know? And in 6 to 8 weeks, imagine like that you want to manifest a certain thing. 6 to 8 weeks is no time at all, really. But a lot of people can't even go a day without reverting back to those other thoughts of doubt. And again, that delays the process further and further and further until the point where you're not manifesting the things that you want because again, you don't see yourself with them. You can't see yourself with them. You're not aligning with them energetically. And until you do that and you can stay in that energetic resonance, you can stay in that energetic frequency more times than not. This is why feeling good is so important because guess where the good things come to you from? They come from the energy of love, from gratitude, from prosperity, from joy, from happiness. That's where the good stuff comes from. But you have to be in that frequency more often than not and give the physical reality the time it needs to materialize that, or to set the other physical things in place to bring it to you, right? So if you're trying to attract another person, someone else who is involved in the physical world, you can't expect to be like, boom, and then go back to your doubts and be like, well, I had that 1 second of belief and she's not here or he's not here. Yeah, because then you had like weeks of doubt that are pushing against this belief and it completely destroyed it because you've aligned more with the doubts, right? So again, the last sign, this first sign, is you see it as already done. And if you can truly believe in that, if you can truly have faith and keep yourself in that faith that it is done, that you can align with it and it is done and it is going to come in, and you have the patience in the physical reality to be like, yeah, I know what's coming. I already know. I'm going to move on with my life. You know how they say set and forget? If you truly, genuinely set and forget, it's because you know it is done. You don't need to worry about it. You don't need to go in there and cast more doubts. You know it's going to happen. And so you go on and do other things because you're like, that's taken care of. But again, if you keep aligning to the doubts, that's what's going to come in, right? So anyway, guys, those are 3 signs that your manifestation is close on its way. Again, let me know which ones resonate with you, which ones you are applying that you've noticed in your own life. And also let me know what you're going to do to align to the ones that maybe you haven't yet experienced, but you want to experience more of. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning into the video. I appreciate so much you being here, viewing this, liking the video too if you enjoyed this. As always, I love you, and I will see you in the next one.